show running. I think the stream should be enabled now. Yes, it is. So, in the meantime, I'm going to copy the link to the live stream. Yes, there it is. Show 23. Alright, I can see myself, so that's good. If you like watching yourself, of course, that is. Okay, that works. I can see the chat here. Let's just get the show running. Alright, I think it's okay. And copy the link to Facebook before doing anything else. Okay, we're live. Oh, we're, come on laptop. Live, including, it's so slow. Why is it so slow? What the hell's going on here? Man, this machine really can't keep up. I think I need something else in the future. But anyway, including Discord. And let's click in the link here. Where did I put it? I put it on the ByteDelight.com. Some of you found it already, so that's easy. Copy link. And now copy YouTube. Control, yep. Home, Discord, and YouTube. I think we're done. Fetching preview. Okay, that seems to be correct. We're live, including Discord. Sorry. That's one. Let's put it on the other channels then. ZX Spectrum forever, ZX Spectrum for everyone. Some Dutch guys and ZX Spectrum Next. Where did I put that? Because I have an export here, so I think we're allowed to tonight.
No, man, in the chat.
Let's see what happens here. Oh, my laptop is so slow. Oh man. It's a Core i5, so I wonder why it is this slow. It's even got an SSD, so it can be the problem. Anyway, let's just continue. Sorry for the delays, like always. Doing my best. I hope people will come in a couple of minutes, I guess. If they dare. Maybe they don't like hearing their voice on YouTube. I can imagine that, so.
There will be some strange accents.
From who? From me?
Not from me.
You don't have an accent. not in my opinion. You just sound British, you know.
Don't say that.
You sound now. Don't laugh. You sound like the guy from what's it called? You're the oh man, the British. How's it called in English? Oh man, I was watching the news last week. House of Commons, you know, where May was speaking, and the guy who yells whenever everyone has to be quiet. He is really British, if you ask me. Anyway, I'm sorry for any.
Ah, the speaker.
Oh! I could hear myself twice now, or 3 times, I think, because my amplifier is still a bit on. All right, let's see who's on live at this moment. So I think I've posted it everywhere I want to. No one else except you, Peter, dares to get into Discord at the moment, but we'll see. People are also allowed to chat, of course, but they can do that on YouTube as well. A couple of people are in there already. Jan, Jurgen, Neil, Jean-Claude, Ben, and who else am I missing? Good evening, goedenavond, guten Abend, hallo, hola, and what else I'm forgetting, I don't know. Good evening, let's kick off the show, guys. Oh yeah, of course, I have my micro deck buttons here again, so let's try if it works again. I think it works. I hope everyone is quiet because I'm not. Actually, people can just chat over it now through Discord, of course. So if anyone wants to run in, then go ahead.
Actually, really confused the life out of you.
I can hear a couple of things at the same time, so I guess it will be a problem if we're talking to each other, but we'll see. It works anyway, but I guess it will be chaos. We'll see. Okay, good evening. Welcome to another ByteDelight show. It's number 23. Time flies when you're having fun or just working hard like me. Again, sorry for all the people who are waiting for responses from me on Facebook or on email or WhatsApp or anything else, because I'm getting crazy with all the messages from last week. So I'm still having a bit of a backlog, but I'm catched up with all the orders, so that's the good news. And that was caused by disabling a couple of products on the web shop 2 weeks ago, which I think was really necessary. So I'm glad I did that. Let's get through the program, and I will check the chat again in a second. First, of course, if you're familiar with Discord, or if you want to try it, then you're welcome to enable Discord. If you need the URL to get into the ByteDelight Discord instantly, then get over to bytedelight.com. There's a link to the Discord on top of the website, so you can miss it. So you can chat along if you're using your laptop microphone, for example. You don't have to enable video; it's just voice chat. But maybe it will be fun, and I did it especially to get working on the ZX Spectrum Next board here. So we'll do that in a second. Alright, let's see, let's get through the program. What am I forgetting? Oh, of course, if you haven't subscribed, please click the thumbs up button to like this video. Anything if you want to, on YouTube or on Discord. I will try to keep an eye on it. I hope I'm not forgetting anything. Let's see, I hope you still like the new set for the ByteDelight Weekly Show, so the bigger desk, actually 2 this week because I have so much
use the
stuff
Discord
here.
app on your mobile, it's a lot easier.
Okay, could be a good idea. So Peter just said, if you haven't heard it correctly, you can use Discord on your smartphone as well. I think it could be a bit hard. Maybe people, if you're using Discord, maybe it's good to use a headphone, so the audio from the YouTube feed won't come back to me again and everything will be messed up. So maybe you could try that. I'm using a headphone myself, so I'm not disturbed by my own voice in any way. Alright, what's on tonight's program? A couple of off-topic things, some news. Is it important news? Well, yeah, I think it is. Some new products announcements coming up. I got a couple of cool topics. I got this very fluorescent case here, which is not available from ZX Reno something, because I spray painted this myself. So I will go into that in a minute because I have a special purpose for that. I thrifted this very cool miniature CRT TV for only €5, so I'm very happy with that. And it works, so I can show you if I grab the machine, which is over there at the moment, to connect it to. And talking about this machine, maybe I can grab it right now, because this one now has the tactile keyboard, which I assembled last week, if you remember, if you have seen the show. And I think it's a great keyboard because I'm doing less typos nowadays. I think I'm typing everything, almost everything, without any problems. So the tactile keyboard is really a bit better than the membrane keyboard, if you ask me. The only downside is that it's hard to assemble because I had to realign it inside the case a couple of times. I think 4 times to get all keys working and get the click feeding, so the tactile feedback. And then now I have it on all the keys, and so it works great. But it's a bit hard to assemble, also because the ribbon cables need to be soldered to a very small circuit board, which is only 0.6 millimeters thick, but still too thick for some keyboard sockets. So it's not the most easy thing to assemble, but I think it works great. All right. What we're going to do is get this ZX Spectrum Next board working. It's in issue 2A, so we'll get to that in a couple of minutes. And I think that's it for tonight, because I think we're way enough stuff to discuss. So let's start with the things that kept me from working. Right, so people who follow me on Facebook have seen that I woke up at, what was it, 12 o'clock or something on Wednesday or Thursday, I can't remember myself. I just want to say something, one thing about that: don't do binge watching of a Netflix series through the week, because you will suffer from that the rest of the week. So that what kept me busy throughout the beginning of the week. I'm doing some bookkeeping and late again because I want to have that ready before the 10th of the month. But well, I'm way over the time, so I really have to finish that. So I'm working tomorrow as well. And I don't have a really nostalgic snack today, except for a stroopwafel, of course, which I'm packing more and more with orders. So if you haven't got any with your last order, then I'm sorry.
Travelers on Netflix.
What was on Netflix? What am I missing here? Oh, I was watching Travelers. If you need to know. Yeah, I know, Frank. It's not easy. I'm not sure if Discord will work. We'll see. Maybe when we're working on the next board, then maybe Discord will help. We'll see. So I was watching the series Travelers, which got 3 seasons, and I really didn't want to stop watching when I was it when 4 or 5 episodes were remaining. So I really wanted to finish it. So it got very late. Anyway, I just had dinner, so I don't need to stroopwafel at this moment. But if you didn't get one, I was talking about it. Just accept my apologies and do another order on ZXspectrum.shop, of course, and maybe you get one that time. So I'm doing my best. Okay, Discord. Again, you can find a link on ByteDelight.com. You can click on it, and if you have installed Discord, you will get to this voice chat immediately. And again, I really don't know if it will work, because Frank just said that he hears the audio twice, which is not really the best thing, of course. But anyway, of course you can mute YouTube. Maybe that will work, but I'm not sure if you can hear a lot of things. Of course you cannot hear the things from OBS then, in that case. So anyway, so the intro music and that.
It's best to mute the audio on the Discord app and just listen to it on the.
Alright, but then you will be delayed. Your own voice will be delayed for a couple of seconds, of course. Anyway, we'll see. Again, when we're going to work on the next board, I think it will be more fun to chat along. Alright, some other news. Yeah. there is more and more interest for ZX Spectrum stuff, and someone reminded me yesterday that of course it must have to do something with the latest Netflix release, Bandersnatch, because there are some people I've never heard of from before, so maybe that is. And the things which are selling the most at this moment are the RAM chips. So I think people are repairing their first ZX Spectrum maybe, or maybe they bought one on eBay for some 20, 30 euros something, and they want to fix it themselves. And other things that are selling very well at the moment are the Harlequin kits. So both 128K, but even the 48K kits are still selling very well. So people are, what is going on? Mute YouTube. You can mute the audio of YouTube, and that should work. That should just continue the video. Mute Ben on Discord. Okay, yeah, mute Ben. Of course, mute me. Anyway, alright, some other things, and I'm not sure when I left it. The new Pro Mini, it's on the desk somewhere there. I think I posted a photo on Facebook about it. So the new Pro Mini, which is the successor of the DivMC Enjoy Mini, has the same basic features. So it's a vertical interface without a case. It has a one SD card socket and no joystick interface at this moment. But this is the light version, and there will also be a standard version and a deluxe version. And the standard version will have a joystick interface but no case, and the deluxe version will have both joystick interface and a case. And all three will be the vertical interfaces, so all three will be named Mini, because those are the vertical interfaces and a bit smaller than the Pro one, for example. A couple of the Mini lights are sent out for testing to my colleagues in my ByteDelight development group. So people will do some testing of things that maybe I haven't thought of. Of course, I did some testing myself. And I need to change one small detail. I'm using a one position dip switch at the moment, which is so small that it can break off easily, I think. So I want to use something else instead of the dip switch. So I have to source some slider switches or something. But anyway, the Pro Mini is coming. I think in a couple of weeks it will be available. As is the +2/+3 power supply replacement. Let me see where it is, because it will come with this small box. In goes the 12 volts and out goes the 5 volts and the 12 volts, and it has a really cool on and off switch, and also got a quality vinyl label with all the details of the power input and that sort of thing. And it will come with this high quality A-brand power supply, which has a detachable mains plug, and it will come with plugs for all over the world, and I think that is very useful for everyone. And I'm also going to do that with the 9 volt power supplies for the other ZX Spectrums in the near future. So in about a month I will use those as well. So you can just slide on the UK one, for example, and then you can plug it in your mains outlet in the UK, for example. So that's what package will come with. So the 12 volt A-brand type, and the power supply itself with the button. So that's it, and I hope you will like it, and it will be available, and I think in a week or two something, maybe in a week already. But I'm getting stressed when I announce things like this, because I'm way behind with a lot of developments, so I have to be careful. Let's see what's in the chat here. Oh man, a lot. How long is today's show? I'm craving for food. Well, yeah, well, what can I say about that? Do you have a smartphone with internet connection? Because you can then run the show from your smartphone, of course, and drive to McDonald's. I won't keep you from that. Alright, let's see who else has a good question. Those tiny CRTs will become a collection real soon. Yeah, they are. It's so hard to find. For example, I don't like to say the word here, so let's just say Philips, because Philips made them the well-known monitors for the Amiga and MSX, which are all the same monitor. The 1084S, for example, or 1081, or 1082, or 1083. The complete series with the color RGB monitors are really great ones, and they're really hard to obtain. There are only a couple, I think 2 or 3 maybe on the Dutch auction site, and they're really priced high. If you want to find one that is completely working, you will pay over 125 euros. And I'm not going to spend that on such a CRT, so I'm really glad to find this one. And I really have to connect it in a couple of minutes, I think, because people will like seeing it working, I think. Okay, Renee, I'm not sure which ladies you're referring to. I don't know. Okay, and I hope the guy who's jumping to McDonald's at the moment is coming back with his stomach filled. Well, anyway, let's get back to the program. What's happening on Discord? I'm hearing so many things here. Ah, someone else is joining the chat, voice chat. Good evening. I heard something. Don't doubt. Don't just say something. Oh, it's my own voice I can hear. I don't know who it is. Anyway, if anything goes wrong, I can still mute the complete server, so that's not a problem. Let's continue. This week's topics. Of course, I have to press the button here again. Oh, this was the news, was it? Oh, I forgot the news. Oh, well, let's do it now. Because these videos are just so nice, I think. So, that was the news bites, and I think we have to get over to this week's topics, but let's just see this as a news item then. So this is a normal white case from ZX Renew, but I spray painted it, and I asked my wife to bring a pink spray paint can, so she went to the Action and found this spray paint, and I think the camera has a hard time picking up the exact color because it's not red, it's really intense pink. So it's hard to show it correctly on the camera, but what I wanted to achieve is, as you can see, there are holes in here, and that's the way I make the LED keyboards at the moment, but in the future we'll do it a different way. So this way you can still use the original membrane if you want to, which I think most people will like. But I want to see how this looks with the rainbow LED strips in it. So we'll do that during next week, and then we'll show you in the next show the results. Because it may look nice, but at the moment the color is so intense that it really just looks red, doesn't it? It's just one red block. It's ridiculous. But that wasn't on purpose. So maybe I should have gotten a better pink color. I don't know. Oh, lettuce is okay. Maatjes. Sorry, I got it. Sorry, I got it wrong, Renee, Jan. Thank you for your correction. So Neil just said, yeah, he paid £60 for a 1084 or something. So those are really expensive, and I hate I didn't keep a couple of dozens back then, you know. But that's with all the systems, because 5 years ago, 10 years ago, you could buy a ZX Spectrum completely refurbished for 20 euros or something, and now you have to pay 75 or more. And the same with all the other brands, by the way. What I hear from other people, like from Bart van der Lakker, from the Home Computer Museum in Helmond, he told me that he nowadays asks, I think 80 euro something for a bare Commodore 64. Oh, damn, I said it, sorry. And so without any floppy drives or something, but that's because the machines really get expensive to get completely working. And I can imagine that, because I think there's still no substitute for the SID audio chip. No real substitute with the same quality, that is, because there have been a couple of digital replicas, but I don't think those are the same quality as far as I've read. So if you have a Commodore 64 and your audio chip is dead, then it's hard to find a good working one. Of course, if you pay for it, then you can find one, but it will cost a lot. Anyway, can you get cases especially for painting? You can get cases especially for painting. Okay, I didn't know. This one was a bit scratched. I think I got this one from Ricardo back then. It was on the shelf here for a couple of months. So this one did come from you, Peter. But it was scratched, and I thought, well, if I want to use one for spray painting, why not the scratch one? So you cannot see the scratches anymore because I sanded it a bit. Okay, let's go on. Okay, let's get over to the topics of this week. And now run the intro on time. Right, look at that handsome guy there. Alright, let's move away this, and I want to connect the fake toaster here. The TV only has mono audio, so that's a pity, because the Harkin board which is in here, of course, is stereo sound, the 128K version. But anyway, we can just see that it works, so that would be cool. And at first, when I powered it on for the first time, it didn't do anything except that the LED the on-off LED showed lighted up. So that was the only thing that happened. What's going on here with the cable? Oh, the TV is standing on it, and it's heavy. So let's try if this works, because I want to shift it a bit. Okay. And I think it would be cool to have something underneath the bottom. So, like we all did with the small CRTs back then, I think. Well, I did anyway, so I think this will do better, doesn't it? Right. And now I need power from my ZX Spectrum. Where did I put that? Oh, here it is. Oh, the cable's too short, of course. Let's borrow this one from the Next for a second. We'll get to that later on. So I got a 20 centimeters more cable. And it still surprises me that machines like the Next and also the 128K versions of the Harkin kit were designed with polarized 9-volt plugs, because the first Harkin 48K kits had a bridge rectifier which allowed you to plug in any 9-volt power supply without bothering about correct polarity, but they left it out at all the other versions, so I really regret it, because I think it's really useful if you have that protection, if you can call it that, for using a power supply with the wrong polarity. And I think the information on the different websites from the ZX Spectrum X isn't very clear about using that, if you ask me. But anyway, right. I think you can see what's going on here. And I really don't have any space left here. I need a bigger house. So let's power it on and see if it works. Yeah, there it is. Oh, look at the picture. Look at the flashing on the camera. I really like it. Good evening, Tim. Let's see. Okay, is it clear what I'm doing here? I think so. So you can now see the old school flashing of the CRT I bought 2 days ago, which I'm really happy with. Let's get, okay. Yes. Okay. So I think it's visible on the camera, and I'm really happy with this small CRT. I think I will just leave it running. The only thing I can do maybe is film some flashing shows here. Border 072, border. Will it work? Yeah. Oh. 3, 4, 5, 8 plus 1. Go to 10. Yeah, look at the colors. Isn't that great? I'm only missing the red, so where's the red? Let's put it on 9 and 8, quarter, 2. So we now got red. Isn't that great? So for only €5, and that's what thrifting is all about, you know. I'm getting in the thrifting shops quite a lot during the last weeks because, for example, when decorating displays here, I had lots of stuff that I couldn't put anywhere else, except maybe for in my storage, but I think my storage is only for ByteDelight stuff and not for household stuff. So what I did is I just gave it away to some stuff to the thrifting stores. I'm even having some big things now.
I managed to pick up a Sinclair 60 amplifier
Oh,
for
cool.
£5 this
Yeah.
week. Brilliant.
I think I have 2 of them, one assembled and one not assembled. So in the box or not, Peter? And there's the delay. He's listening to YouTube, I guess.
It came with instructions, but it was unboxed. Most of these are
Yeah, of course. So it was assembled already. Okay, nice. Right. We have to talk about using Discord in after the show. But anyway, because it's so big delays if you're using only the YouTube audio, of course. But it's not a big problem. Let's just go on. So I hope this one will keep working for years. And of course, these old devices get a bit warm, and you get the smells of the old electronics. But I think that's just what belongs to these old machines, and I like it a lot. So I think I'm very happy with that. Doesn't it look cool on the camera, by the way? Colors are so vivid, even from such an old CRT. But it's also because this camera picks up the colors very well. So that's another good thing about that. Alright, I think it's time to get over to the next board here. And I really don't know if I have enough space because I don't want this one to fall off. So we're going to try, let's move this a bit then, so I have a couple of centimeters more. And I think I already configured this one, so that should work, I hope. Alright, let's get power. Oh, I need the power cable, of course. I will do this way, I think. Is this the correct one? Let me see. Let me see. Yes, that is the correct power, and I think this should work without any problem. And we should get a picture, if I'm correct. Oh, I think it was powered on, but it wasn't standby. I guess. What is it doing, man? It should work because it's connected completely. So let's see. Oh, it's getting there. I'm going to reboot it. And it should boot now. And I thought it wasn't booting completely, but I was wrong. I made it so far that it boots the ZX Spectrum with DevMC. But I wasn't able to find the correct folder on the card to put files on to load from DevMC. So if I press the M1 button, but I'm not sure if that is NME because, or NMI, sorry, and this is drive, but this just resets the machine. So, and then you have the reset button, which does the same. So I don't know what happens because when I boot up the system, so this is how far I got so far. Let's see it again. You can press the key here, press spacebar to configure the setup. But anyway, let's just continue. So it boots up the ESXtos without any problem, except for the RTC file, which is missing, but that is not a big problem. So far it works, but I don't know how to continue from here because I'm not sure what I have to do to be able to load a file from SD card like I'm used to on a normal ZX Spectrum. So that's what I'm missing here. And if you guys want to talk with me in
Which ESX?
I think it's 086 on this machine here. We'll put it again. It was 086, I remember. I just saw it on the screen. This is firmware. This is E6 086. And the files are being read, so I'm doubting if could it be that maybe the wrong files are on the SD card, which makes the machine reset, of course. Do I have a card reader here? I'm not sure. Yes, there's one. Let's see what files are on the disk, and let's share that screen because we can. Screen, yeah, there it is. Oh, sorry. All right, let's see what's on the SD card here. Where's the SD card? It's not here. Okay, let's try it again then. It doesn't want to read it. That's a pity. So I think I'm not sure why not, but I can grab a external card reader. Do nothing. It's strange. Okay, you say you have a mismatch between these versions. Best to get up to the latest release and use the native software. Alright, I can do that. Yeah, of course. Okay, I will grab another card then. So we'll put this out and we'll get a card reader here because this one doesn't work for some reason. It did work the last time I used it, so anyway. Let's grab a card here. Loads of those. Let's see if this works. It's detecting it, so that is okay. So I guess I have to get over to the ZX Next website, shouldn't I? Let's do that then. And share that again. But then the question is, what do I have to download? Should I get the firmware or should I get anything else? Drivers, utilities, I don't know. I haven't updated this since half a year ago or something, so maybe that's different. Now the question is, which one did I need? I think the next SD card, shouldn't I? Get the gold edition. Okay, gold edition. But alright, so I should get a gold edition. You say it. So that's those things. When I think, if people visit this website, how do they know which version they should download? So that's one of the things, you know. I'm not that stupid, but I'm often thinking they could have made it a bit more clear to people, you know. It's latest in the URL at the end. Latest? What do you mean latest? Oh, latest distro, of course, yeah. Ah, okay. So they have a dedicated page for the latest distribution. Right. Okay, let's share the screen again. So I guess this one would be the one to use then, the Gold Edition. Core 2.0.0, firmware 1.10b. Next, ZX OS 2. Alright. Latest distribution is always found at, okay, this website, okay, didn't know that. I've made a document. How can I open that the most easy way? I don't know, I have to check. Oh, maybe I can do it this way. ZX Next. I made a document on Google for myself. Just a sec. Where did I put it? Open. Here it is, I think. Yes, I found it. Right, so this is my personal document, and I just found out that get latest firmware at this website here. So I added that, so that won't be forgotten next time I'm going to use it in half a year or something. I'm just joking. Alright, let's download it then. Oh, sorry. This is the first release in the 1.0 train, okay? Gold status. Installation, big letter warnings. Why? Okay, flash cards, okay. Forming your SD card with a cluster size of 16 or 32K to avoid minor corruption that may appear in your... Okay, let's first format the card because this is a DivMC card, and yeah, let's format it in. Why not? Yes, it's a Dutch Windows. Okay, they said 16 kilobytes maximum, and I will call it ZX Next then. 1.0. Why not? Oh, doesn't work. 1.0 then. Okay. Fetch for true. I think that should be okay. Okay, it's formatted then. I need to boot from the old card. Okay. We'll do that in a second, but I need to copy the files with source code files, without source code. I don't need source code files, but just get me the files. Okay, there it is. You can see everything I'm doing. I'm a bit afraid of that, but I don't have that many secrets, so. Right, so here are all the files, which I guess have to be copied to the SD card then. Nice, your Omni laptop has arrived. Cool. I've seen one a couple of months ago and I really liked it. Alright, so I downloaded the firmware. The next question is, where should I put the files and which files should I need? Let's see. Download. Oh yes, flashing the new core. Important notes: if your current firmware is older than blah blah blah, you may experience issues with the keyboard. Please follow the expanded instructions in the previous versions of... Okay. Default config settings assume an HDMI monitor. If you're using VGA, you should delete your config.ini file located in the... and replace with your own config.ini. Okay, I should edit the config.ini, I guess. So let's do that first. Where is it? In which folder was it? It is in... TB Blue folder. Do I have a TB Blue folder? Yeah, I have. Alright, so I should edit the config.ini because I'm using VGA at the moment. I'm not using HDMI because I didn't get proper output. So the next question is, what should I change inside that file? I don't know. Let's see. 50-60 Hertz, scan doubler. I don't know. Does anyone know what I have to change in the config.ini for VGA output? Because I don't know. So I think I just will copy them to the root then. Okay, let's just do that. So the complete archive, I guess. Complete contents of the archive. I will copy that into the freshly formatted SD card now. Alright, that's doing its job. Must change the value from 7 to 0. Which value is it? 7. There's nothing with. Oh, okay. Oh, right. What do you mean? Because well, let's share the screen again. Is that completely watchable? Yes, I think. You cannot see the complete top. Okay, let's move a bit down then, because it will work. Yes, this works. All right. So what I'm seeing here is that's that again. Stupid thing. Right. I'm having this file here, and you say change 7 to 0, but do you mean the 7's in every menu option here? Is that what you mean? In any interest you want to be VGA? Okay, that's cool. So 0 then, I guess? I don't know. So just did that with the Spectrum, and I'm not really interested in the other ones at this moment. Oh, Spectrum 128K, of course, let's do that. And the other ones we'll do later. So I will just put it again in my file here. Edit config.ini and change numbers in entries to select to configure video output. Okay. I think what I should have done is just add some lines in the file itself here, so people know what they can configure. That's what I do. So for example, with the ZXHD, there are a couple of configuration files as well that you can edit, but in the files itself I explain every option. So I think they should have done that here as well. I'm not sure why they didn't do that, because people who want to get started with the Next, they don't know, you know, they have to look it up somewhere, and there isn't that clear of a manual somewhere. So that's what I think about it. But anyway, I just copied it, but of course I have to copy the changed config file now again. So let's get to the folder and see if the changes are still in. Nope. Yeah, they are, sorry. So I have to copy that to the next card. TB blue here. And override. Yes, thank you. Okay, so it did that. Let's get back to the big screen. You need to do the next modes, 9 and 10. You must change next as it will boot as that. I don't know. You need to do the next modes. 9 and 10. Oh, okay. The latest release has some files that can be renamed, okay, but it's only in GitHub. You must change next as it will boot as that. Okay, so by default it will boot in the next mode then, I guess. Let's get to that file, because I really have no clue. I'm doing my best here, but it's really new to me. Right. So what do you mean with 9 and 10 then? So is it what the default line says here, because it's let's see. Let's share the screen again. So I can see here default is 9. Is that what you mean with just say after? Oh, cool. Jim is here. Hey, Jim. Good evening. Welcome to the show. Just say after menu is title type. Just say after menu is title. It means we'll put it in with menu 9. Just say after menu is title type 06 VGA 7. Okay. Let's get to the file again. Okay, menu is, yes, okay, menu is type, and then type title and then numbers. It will boot with menu 9, okay. So if I change that to, for example, 0, then it will get to the ZX Spectrum 48, I guess. But I'm not, to change 9 as well, so I have to set it to VGA first, 0, and then next is right, so I've put those to VGA, but then default is 9, so it's defaulted to 9, but how can I see what 9 points to then? Because I don't know. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 and 11 are 10th and 11 menu entries here are for the next. And then I have 12 and 13 for the ZX80 and ZX81. 9 is the 9th menu option, okay, but it's a 10th actually, if, I think, in this list here. Just look, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's a 10th entry here, so should it be 10th then? I guess, I don't know. Huh? Oh, 0 to 9, oh sorry, oh, okay, my bad, I look stupid now. Okay, sorry, my bad, okay. But do we need it? Because I want to get it into ZX Spectrum 48K mode by default. So do I need to boot to ZX Next mode first then? I don't know. I need to. Okay, I need to. Okay. Okay, it defaults to 9 now. Okay, so that's set to VGA.
I blame the software guys.
Be careful, Peter. Alright, so we'll override the same configuration file again because it's just has been updated. And then I have to update the firmware. And what Tim said is I first need to boot from the old card then and get to the, I guess, to the configuration menu. Just tried it, but my, oh man, the cable fell on the ground here. Just a sec. Does it want to stay here? Right. This way it does. Yeah, okay, it works. Alright, let's power it on again. And I think I have to press space on time then. Ah, too late. Ah, too late. I have to do that again. Sorry. Okay. No! What? I pressed space. Again. Do I need to hold space, maybe? Ah, that's it, okay. Okay, I get into this, oh, okay, this menu now. And what do I have to do now? Because how do I update? Oh, I have to hold U, I didn't know that. Before power on, okay. But still with the old card in then? Do I have to press U with the old card in? I need your power, sorry guy. I need to switch. I want to use the switch, this far more easy than doing it differently. Okay, I've got my switch back here. I have more of these, of course, but they're behind me or stored. Alright, so it's powered on. Okay, I'm going to hold U now. Okay, what is it doing? Do you want to upgrade? No? Because this is the same file. Update file found. Alright, can I swap the card when it's powered on with this screen now? Does anyone know? Because I don't know. I have the new firmware here. Help me out, guys. Does anyone know? Yes, you needed the new card before you did it. Okay, so but you told me to put it in, the old card. You said I needed the old card. You needed the new card before you did that. So can I get the old card out and power it on again? Just press reset. Okay. Huh? But I'm ready. But this is just booting now. I guess. Yes, it is. Okay. I guess I just have to plug in the new card in and hold U and then power it on. I would say. No, leave it powered up. Okay. Okay, now we get it. But it works. This works. So what's the problem? This works, doesn't it? It says I'm going to upgrade it to version 2. So can I just press yes then? Sorry guys. Okay, I'm pressing yes here. Check some calculating. Okay. This is so cool, man. Say yes. Say yes to the dress. Just say yes. Depends on which firmware version of the firmware you had on it. Okay, I think it was new enough. I guess. I'm not sure. I hope so. I hope this will work. Oh god. I'm ruining my name of I'm ruining my good name of a hardware guy here. Anyway, it's taking some time. Let's grab some water here in the meantime. Let me check in Discord what's happening there, because I heard some things here. I think the power cable of the +3 drive is soldered to the main board, I think. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, just have to use some more power, strength. I see, okay. Ah, man. Too many chats going on now, and I haven't checked Facebook even, so. Alright, turn off and on the power. Are you sure? Aye, aye. Let's see if it works. So it's a fresh card, fresh firmware, has been updated to version 2. I hope it still boots. Oh, it said something about version 2. Yeah, it says version 2 there. Alright. Oh, wow. Welcome to NextOS. I want to put it a bit this way so I can see it myself. Use the force, Frank. NextOS is an evolution of the system software present on the Sinclair ZX Spectrum 4821. Okay. There's many new features to take advantage of the capabilities of the Next. Next few screens describe some of the available features. Nice. I like this. I like introduction thingies. For full documentation, please read the manual. I don't have a manual. Any additional documentation in the docs directory. Okay, maybe I should do that. I haven't seen this before, so maybe I'm a noob. But present to next space to start next ZX OS. Okay, let's see what's more. Okay, speed selections, joystick. Browser, tab loader, multiface, command line, more command line, dot commands. Nice. So this is next OS. Okay, is it? If I press space, I will start. Okay. I have seen this before, but not on this next board. Okay. Anyway, so I can go to 48 basic, for example. I can start CPM, calculator, next basic, command line, browser. Okay, I could use the browser, of course, but I guess there's no game or something on it. Oh, there are some games, actually. Where did those come from? Someone put them on there. Okay, we got classic 12080 games. Let's see what's in here. Oh, Dizzy, nice. Castlevania, nice. Didn't know that. Press S to load in standard mode. Okay, press S. Let's see if it works. Wow! Well, okay, it's the first time I've seen something running like this on my next board. And it's not because I didn't want to put more effort in it, but it's because I don't have the time for it, really. Right, this works, man. This is great. Wow. Yes, I was panicking indeed. Devjok, you're making me hungry if you talk about quarter pounders, but I got one yesterday, so I shouldn't complain. And I had a great dinner a couple of, just an hour ago. Alright, so this works, but now I'm curious, so which button can I press? Ah, okay, that one, okay, that's nice. So this is just something like the NME button then, NMI, sorry, it's Dutch, I know. So snapshots, you can make snapshots, you can poke, that's really cool. But how do you get to other files then? What is top files? Input browser. What did I do? Press enter to space to exit. Okay, let's do that. Change output exit. Exit. I want to get to the. Should I press the drive button then? What is it doing? This is just something like a reset. I don't know. Space. Okay, here's the browser again. Okay, that's what I wanted. Welcome to the next. Thank you, Jim. I really like it that you're telling me that. Okay, stereo sound. Well, I connected that, but I'm not hearing anything. So I don't know why. Because I think I have audio. Yeah, why is it not outputting any audio? Oh, of course, because it's not in. Oh, here it is. Sorry. I've got it here. Okay, now we have audio. I think it could be a bit loud, but I want to try it again. Are there some demos on here as well? I think I saw some demos. Which is the best from the default demos there? Classics. Do you love? Yes, I love. Do you love the tap? Okay, let's try it out. I hope this is no porn or something. Oh, nice. This is a Fleetwood Mac. Wow, the colors, man. This is really cool. Why is it better than 50 Hertz? You mean when it's flashing, I guess. Button and key free. Key free? I pressed free, but nothing happens. Wait till you see the video streaming, okay? Return. Oh, that's because... Is it the camera then maybe? I don't know. Because I wasn't watching the camera. Is this better then? Press buttons at the same time. Which buttons? I'm really confused now. I'm not familiar with this architecture. Button and key free, it is F3. Button and free at the same time. So I have to press this button and then the free at the same time? What did I do? Oh, it's slower. Okay, that's what you wanted, okay. Okay, so now it's slower. Okay, that's what you wanted. Okay, yeah. Of course, I know what 60 Hz is, but didn't know it was on 60 Hz by default. Alright, this is cool. Alright, what else can we do? Well, some people ask if the ZXHD would work on the Next, and I want to try it. I don't think it can do any harm to test it. And for that I have even a third monitor, which is at the back here. So I'm going to create some more space again. Right. But my first question would be, let's put down the volume a bit. My first question would be, what is the easiest way of getting the Next to enter 48 Basic as fast as possible? So maybe even without the Next boot options. Because what I want to try is if the ZXHD works, but it will only work when it's booting with the correct int signal at the S connector. So I wonder, hold space and boot up. Okay, if I power it up and hold space, then it will boot to 48 Basic then, maybe? I don't know. No, it doesn't. Not this way. Reset on hold, reset, then hold space, then select 48 mode. Okay. Reset. Right, reset, then hold space, then select 48 only mode. Yeah. So I think this is what you mean then. Alright. And does it do this when I reset the machine again? Because I'm curious about that. Yes, this is what I wanted to know. So with that option I configured it to boot up on 48K Basic. So what I'm going to do is connect the ZXHD, and I hope I won't blow it up now. But I think other people have tested things like this as well in the meantime. And I'm going to power on the second screen here. Oh, there goes the power again. Let's see if we can do this better. It's powered off, so that can't do any harm. And more cables here. So we got another HDMI cable. And I think the main reason for people wanting to know this is if it will work with UDA Plus colors. And I think it's a good question. So we should give it a try. I have no idea how this looks on camera. Oh, I think it will just work. Wow. Right, lots of displays here. It's kind of crazy, but power. Yeah, I made it. All up to the next. Okay. Bon appetit, Jim. Right, well, now I'm curious. So let's enable the second monitor on the correct input and we'll see what happens. And if so, then we should get some UDA Plus software on the card. Did I just say UDA? Because it's a really bad habit. UDA. Right. HDMI 2. And let's see what this does. I have no idea. So that will just boot up the default firmware, and it's not detecting anything at the moment. So I wonder what happens now. Nothing yet. So it's not detecting anything, which is bad. The firmware is in. What happens if I press reset here? That's no good. Right, so it booted the firmware, but it doesn't detect anything, so it doesn't even show that it's... I think the signals are just not present then or something. What I even don't know is if this reset here will, well, I think it will send the reset signal, but the issue is that the ZXHD has been designed to just boot when the power is when it's powered on, and immediately after it is booted, it tries to measure the ZX Spectrum timing and detects the ZX Spectrum model, which works fine if that sequence happens. But of course we know that it first tries to boot to some TV Blue menus. No, the video signals are not necessary, but it's only the in signal, so the inverted in signal from the ULA chip, which is important. I don't think 50 hertz is an issue, but I think the sequence is an issue. So it powers on in about 2 seconds, it boots up the firmware, and then it will measure the timings available on the in signal. And if that is not present at the time this one boots, because the TV Blue firmware is still booting, which takes more than 2 seconds, I think. Let's try it again. Then it will just do nothing because it didn't detect any ZX Spectrum connected with the correct in signal. So this is a problem, I think. So I guess it's not outputting the in signal when it's putting the TV Blue software. So that could be an issue. And I don't know if I can fool the ZXHD in an easy way. I'm thinking how I can do that. I don't think there is a real option at this moment. Because what we might want is a bigger delay, and a delay in. Oh, what I can do is forcing it. I can force it to a specific mode. Maybe that's an option. Let's see if I can find the correct file. I'm not sure if I commented that correctly, but let's try that. Maybe I can force it in a specific speed. I think we did that, so let's try and. Okay, this is interlaced, ZXHD interlaced mode, no, this is palette settings, no, this is the wrong file, I need the other file, the config file, yeah. But no, I cannot force it here. I can only force the interlaced mode, and that's not what I wanted. So I can change the palette, I can but I cannot force it to a specific ZX Spectrum model. That's bad. Weren't there options for that? I think there were options for that. I think Emre told me that there was a possibility, but I don't see the options at this moment. So I think I have to find more firmware configuration options to force it to a specific model, but I don't know how he did it. I have to figure it out, and I'm even not then. I'm even not sure then if that will work. So I'm confused by the YouTube chat again because someone named Retro Gaming Denmark says greetings from Italy. So I guess he's on a holiday then. Well, greetings back from Holland. Okay, I'm trying to figure out if I can fool the firmware, but I have to check that later on, I think. I'm not sure how I can do that. And there's no option right now. There's no way of putting directly into 48 basic quicker than the way it's doing at this moment. Let me think. Can I do anything about that? What can I do? I wish I could reset just the Raspberry Pi on the ZXHD, but I don't think that's easy to do because there's no special reset button here or option or something. I'm not sure. Someone was asking some things on Discord. We're testing ZX HD on it at this moment. Alright, yeah, well, that's powered on again, but I think the issue now is that the ZX HD is booting too fast and it doesn't measure any frequency on the in signal before it finished its booting up routine. So I don't know, what can I do about it? What can I do about it? If Pi0 is still powered through the USB, it might. If Pi0 is still powered through USB, it might. No, it's not powered through USB, it's powered by the GPIO socket. So it's getting, it's actually very cool, because so the ZX HD is getting 5 volts from the ZX Spectrum, or in this case the Next board. It feeds the 5 volts to the Raspberry Pi board, and the Raspberry Pi itself has a 3.3 volt regulator which powers the CPLD chip on the ZX HD, and that works just fine. But it's ridiculously simple how I designed it. But it works just fine. I sold hundreds, so no one complained about that. And it's within the power limits, so I actually looked it up if there won't be any problem. The only problem is when you connect things through the to the HDMI plug, or maybe to the even to the USB ports that overpower the 3.3 volt voltage regulator, or even overpower the 5 volt regulator on the Next or on the ZX Spectrum, of course. And that's quite easy because, for example, some active HDMI to VGA adapters really consume a lot of power, and ridiculously much. Some things like 0.4 amperes, for example, on 3.3 volts, which is really a lot, and way too much for a 1 amperes 5 volts regulator to live with. Yeah, it is. It's really cool that it works this way. Imre and I, we had a lot of fun developing this interface, and we're not done yet, but Imre is in the middle of the move, as I was talking about. I think he lives in a new house at the moment, but he has to do a lot of work on wiring because it's an old apartment. So anyway, underclocking the Pi0. No, I think the easiest way would be, maybe I should look it up. The easiest way should be adding a line in one of the configuration files and forcing it to boot in, for example, toast rack mode with the UK toast rack frequency on the in signal, and that, I think that should work, because it would skip the detection of the ZX Spectrum model, and I guess it would boot up then. But the issue is I cannot contact Imran at the moment, I think. And I'm thinking, did I write down the details anywhere else? Let me just look it up if I put it on the ZX HD website, which is a real website, so why not? Maybe there's something there. There's a manual, firmware upgrades. Maybe would there be something in the manual? Maybe, I don't know. I don't think so, because I think everything that's on the in the configuration files has been. Oh, I cannot show you because I just pulled out the SD card. I can just put it back. Why not? So let's put back the SD card, and let me show you the two files. So there are two files here. One is for setting some color settings. So measured the color outputs with or without bright signals, and interlaced mode. You can normally it will auto detect when the two video memory areas and the 128K models are switching rapidly, and then it will start in interlaced mode, but you can force that to off or to on. Some cases that is needed. And let's see, this is the some core configuration for the oh, there's a boot delay. Yeah, we found it. There's a boot delay. Woohoo! Okay, let's just put a boot delay to 5 seconds or something. Why not, you know? I think that should work. Wow, that's great if that would work. Boot delay. Thank you, Emma. Oh man, I'm curious. I hope these are seconds and not milliseconds or something. But we'll see. Let's put it on 5 seconds and let's test it out. Oh, that would be great, you know. Oh, I hope this works. 5 seconds. Would it be enough, or wouldn't it be enough? I cannot see if it actually is booting, so we'll see. But you can see it there. You can see it there. Look. I think it's too fast. But it actually really had a delay, so that's okay. I think we need a couple of more seconds because firmware from the next board takes a couple of more seconds. There's a problem with the station. What? Don't do that. Worked fine a minute ago. Ah, come on, man. Did I put it too fast? That's what she said. Control check. Okay, check the disk, man. Come on. Oh, I hope it won't ruin the files. There are no errors on the disk. Ah, man. Stupid disk. Alright, let's put in a couple of more seconds. Let's make it 10 seconds then, okay? Just for testing, it's no problem. We can change it later. So I already hope this will be enough to get it working. So the delay is now 10 seconds. That should be way enough to get to 48 basic. We'll see. So it's still waiting to boot up. There it is. And let's see what it does. Oh no, it doesn't work. Okay. Well, if this doesn't work, then I guess some signal is missing. And then, yeah, I can measure it, of course. I've got my scope over there. I think we have to do that, but not now. So I guess maybe there's no signal on the end pin at all. I don't know. And I'm really curious, so I'm going to pull the keyboard, turn it off. And now I really want to see if the end pin is actually connected or not. Of course, we cannot see it this way, but I think what I can see from here is that every pin is connected. I don't know. Probably is a 4-layer board, so I guess I cannot see it I cannot see it anyway. And there's no way for me to tell if they're connected or not. How can I find it? No, it does not use the analog video outputs. It uses the int signal to measure the exact clock speed coming from the ZX Spectrum to detect which ZX Spectrum model it is. But if there is no signal on the int pin, then it won't work, of course. So the only way of finding that out is connecting it to an oscilloscope, for example, or a frequency meter, which I could do, but it's some more work. I won't do that right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to solder in a pin header here and connect it, the int signal to a frequency meter and see if there's any frequency on the pins. But it's possible there is an error on the interrupt on the bus. Yeah, that's possible, I think. Do you know more of that? It is possible there is an error on the interrupt on the bus. Yeah, that's what I want to know, if there's a correct interrupt signal on the next bus. So I can measure it, but that will take some more time. So yes, it boots in 48 basic, but only after the TV Blue firmware has booted up. So that takes about 8 seconds, I think, 7 or 8 seconds, and then it will boot to 48 basic. And the question is if the FPGA does create an interrupt signal on the edge connector. Well, really don't know if any other interface uses the interrupt signal. I really have no idea. What else uses int signal? I don't know. I don't think there will be many other interfaces. Maybe none. I don't know. What maybe the Spectra.
Try changing the timer to 7 seconds.
I want you to do that because once it boots for the to ZX Spectrum, then it will continue to output that interrupt signal. So that shouldn't be a problem. If the boot is like a 48 machine, you can just press space to stay in the menu while the HD will detect its thing. But it requires the next port to mimic 48 properly. So as you say, it needs a scope and take a look. Yeah. Well, I could do that right now if you guys want me to, but I have to solder the pin header on it, I guess. But it's a lot of work. I'm not sure if I should do that right now. That's the issue. Maybe it's good for next week. We can continue the search for the missing interrupt signal. Are you guys okay with that? If we continue it next week, then maybe. So I can do some measurements in the meantime, and can find out if we can find the cause of the detection of the ZX HD, because people really are interested in using this combination. So I will. I wouldn't get distracted. What do you mean? Okay, I think that means that you're okay with continuing this interesting search next week. And I think I can only say at this moment that I'm really thankful for you guys helping me out to get this one updated to firmware version 2.0.0. Yeah, it runs, but I think I had it running with the old firmware, so that wasn't the issue. I just didn't know how to load software from the card, but I'm doing that now. The only thing I'm wondering about, let's just power it up once again, because we don't need this one at this moment. I was wondering if you can use ESX as I'm used to on the real Spectrum. Is that easy or is it not? Could you guys tell me if that is easy, because I just am curious about it. It's not HD, it's a ZX HD, so it outputs HDMI, but in the original Spectrum resolutions, of course upscaled to the resolution of your TV, but it's not outputting a bigger ZX Spectrum resolution or something. So this doesn't do anything with ESX, and this doesn't do anything with ESX either. Hold space and boot. Hold space and boot. Hold space and boot, okay. On the boot of the, when powering on, or when getting to 48 basic? It's easy if you know what you're doing, but it's with everything, you know. Okay, edit options. Oh, it's not set. Okay, that's simple. It's set to 50 Hertz, I guess. Turbo sound, AY sound, stereo sound, scan lines off. Oh, cool. Should we add scan lines maybe? Joystick, and get to the right. Yes, thank you. Joystick 2. Not using joystick yet. Turbo enable, scan double, yes. Covox internal beep. Timex, multiphase. I'm not interested in that. And how do I get back then? Oh shit, I pressed space. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to use the multiphase yet. So, enter. Yes, okay, that works. Okay, let's see what this does. So I configured to use diffMC. And I guess... Oh, okay. Dang it. I will copy it. Oh, what is going on here? Oh, there's an error. Of course there's an error. I get it. Let's copy it. Of course I have it myself. It's not an issue here. bin is fast copied and then rename the ROM file to TBBlue directory. Okay, we'll do that in a second. First, let's get what's the most easy way of getting those files. I think it's downloading them from my website /download/ diff mmc 0.8.6.zip. I think this is it. Ah, no, it's not. I have to look it up just a second. Because I don't know if I can reach my server from here. Maybe I can. Wow, what's the most easy? I don't know. Right, I'm downloading it from my website. Oh man, where did I put it? Yes, there it is. Download. Desktop. Right, I got the archive here. And then let's get away from here. Oh, this doesn't work. Okay, let me unzip the archive first. Right, I got the files here, and then someone says you only need the bin and sys folders, copy them, and then rename the ROM file. Copy them from any EasyXOS. Oh. Let's see. Okay, now I'm messing up my screens here. Alright, so I need a bin and sys folder, of course. And Control copy. Copy them. And where do I need to copy them then? Which folder? Just in the root? I guess? No, can be because there's already a sys folder. Where do I have to copy them? Who can tell me? Okay, merge this folder and see will work. Copy, okay, to the root, we'll do that. Bam. That's done, and then I have to rename the ROM file. Which file is that? In the TBBlue directory, okay. I don't know which one it is. Why do I need to rename the ROM file? Why do we have to? Because it's still using the ZX Spectrum ROM, isn't it? This one, rename me. Oh, there's no file that says rename me in here. Not on my TBBlue folder, anyway. There's no file that says rename me. I will show you. So, this is what I'm looking at. There's no file here that says rename me, so I'm confused. Okay, because you need the correct ESXtos ROM, of course, because it's not on, there's no real interface. So we need ESXtos ROM, and which file would that be then? Because I don't think there's anything pointing to ESXtos here. Hence it not booting yet. So I guess it needs to be copied from somewhere, and I think I will have it on the other card here. Let me show you. Oh, sorry, you can see me twice now. I really like the macro deck here. It's so cool. You're using all the buttons. It's free. It's cool. Yeah. Okay. So I can copy it from the archive. It's in the archive. Okay. Let me put back the other disk in here then. calling it a disk, but it's just a memory card, you know. I downloaded it to, where did I put it? I think downloads. Yep, there it is. And no, it's not. Where did I put it? I think on my desktop then. Yeah, here it is. Oh, it's not here. Oh god. In that case, I need the. Yeah, you can just download it from the ESXDOS forum website, of course. But I have it now. Okay. Right, there it is. I got the ROM file here. I'm putting it in TV Blue folder with all the other ROMs. And there it is. Okay, I'm putting it back into this here. Let's see what happens. What's happening here? Someone has this microphone enabled. This is like being in a meeting, a video meeting. Right, still needs to be named ESXDOS ROM. Okay. Hey. Well. Okay, this is cool. It doesn't work, but that's not an issue. It's trying to automatically boot my welcoming screen for the DevMC interfaces, but it's trying to read a file from SD card which it cannot find, and the system completely freezes. But it's booting, so let's do this and boot without the introduction. So this works. 16 gigabytes. Okay, why is it not continuing? Oh, okay. Oh, what is it doing? Why is it so slow? Ah, man. Is it shift or break? I'm not sure. Okay, it's shift. Okay, this works. Alright. No, I don't think so. ESXDOS is the firmware for the DevMC interfaces on the real ZX Spectrum. So if you're using the ZX Spectrum Next, I think it's better to use the Next OS, ZX Spectrum Next OS, ZX Next OS, I should say it correctly, which has its own browser. So I don't think you need ESXDOS at all. It's just that I want to use the enemy browser, and there it is. I'm still not sure if it works, but it works. All right. But what I'm wondering now is, oh, of course, yeah. So this is the root of the SD card, isn't it? Yeah, this is. I can see it. So what I think I can do is just copy the other files from my archive, I include with the new DevMC interfaces I ship, and copy the other files which are located in the system folder. So the other files I need, for example, the files that are loaded. Let's see, the screen files. Are there more files? Enemy help? That's not mine, I think. No, that's from the enemy menu. There's a scroller code. I think that's the problem. Oh, that's the issue. It's missing the code file, I think. So I need to copy those into the system folder. And but what I don't understand is, oh, we did copy the system folder. So why is it not picking up the files in the system folder then? Okay, system. Yeah, all the files in here. I can show you. So all the files are actually in the system folder, including the files that is not able to load. So I wonder why that happens. Next, ZXOS. Okay, I'm mistaken again. Okay, if you're going to load from today's stuff, you will need to change them while they are booting. Okay. No, I'm not. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to boot to Spectrum 48 mode, including the DFMC, EasyXTOS firmware, which and the latest version, so 086, supports auto booting. The file that you put in the autoboot.bes from basic file, and it does load it because you can see it. It actually does load the autoboot file, but the software which I wrote, oh, there's no SD card in, of course. The software that I wrote tries to load a file from the SD card, and that doesn't work for some reason. So I don't know why that doesn't work. So this is okay, and then now it loads the autoboot file, and then it crashes, you know. Oh, huh? Why does it crash? There's no reason for it. Because it's just scrolling text at the moment. It should say more than only this before it loads something else from the SD card. So I don't know what exactly happens, but it's just scrolling text at the moment from basic, by the way. So it shows the line of text, then calls a machine code routine and scrolls eight lines upwards, and then shows the next line of text, but that doesn't work for some reason. So it completely crashes. What I can do is try, okay, cold boot. I will try to break into the program when it loads. So like this. Oh, and it crashes again. Why does it crash? There's no reason for getting to 128K mode. I can try, of course. Okay, let's try. Let's see what happens if I change to 128K mode. But I don't see any reason why that should make a difference. But we can try. Spectrum 128K, and oh, there it is. I didn't configure this, so I think there's no EasyXTOS at the moment. So we have to change that. Oh, it does. Okay, it still boots correctly. And oh, that's a hard crash. All right, okay, so oh, sorry. Oh man, that's stupid. Sorry, I'm here. Thank you for reminding me. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what happens here. Maybe we should get in contact and find out what happens, Tim, because I'm curious. Yeah, I think so. I think you can try that, but I don't think you have the files because I included the autoboot files with the 086 archive, and I think I have to send it to you because I have to send you at least the location of the archive, because I'm not going to put it here. Do I have you on my contact list on Facebook? Let me check. Oh, Tim, lots of Tims here. Really great that you want to dig into that. I think I found some Tim Gilberts here, but which is the real one? I don't know if you added as friends here yet. I see a couple, so I don't know which one it is. Which one is it? Is there any Tim Gilberts with mutual friends? I cannot see that here. Tiny Tim. Why Tiny Tim? Did you? Was that you? Did I just accepted as friend then. I hope so, because the one came in, so. The picture with the hat. Okay, let me check. That's the first one then. Oh, with the glasses. Am I right? The guy with the glasses in the hat. Just say yes. Alright, add friend. Alright, I sent you a request, and I think we just have to get in contact after the show, because we're boring people at the moment. I guess people are leaving. Anyway, I had a good time, and I'm really glad I came so far. I think what I have to do in the meantime is measuring the in signal, getting the board into a case, a proper case. I don't know which one. I have to check. I don't know. I have so many cases here. Well, what's the best case for a Next board? Just tell me. Oh, maybe the pink one. Why not? Should I put it in the pink case here? That would be ugly as hell, but anyway. Let's see how it looks. Let's just see how it looks. So power it down first. I'm so curious. Next board. And I know people are going to hate me for this, but anyway. You know, don't feel bad if I'm going to say this, because people have said it to me as well. 15 years ago or something, or maybe more in the meantime, people sent coupe case. No, definitely not. Maybe Commodore 64 case then. And in the past we had a big fairs here in Holland for PC stuff and retro computing as well, but it wasn't called retro back then, because ZX Spectrums were quite quite standard by 20 years ago, 25 years maybe. Man, I feel old when saying that. But anyway, but a couple of Sinclair friends, like Robert van der Veken and Stefan Dressen and some other guys, we went over the fair floor, and we found some of those cute young ladies to take pictures with, who were actually hired for the gaming stuff there. But of course, we took our ZX Spectrums and made some photos, and they are still found somewhere on my website. I think I re-uploaded them again. But anyway, some people responded with saying the ZX Spectrum is really a girly computer, but when you put it in a pink case like this, I cannot say it's not true, you know. So this is the ZX Spectrum Next in a really girly case, and of course I have to cut out some things here. Maybe I will do that, and add the LEDs, and then it will look beautiful, I guess. The only thing I don't know is which which faceplate I should use, because I have this gold one, but I'm not sure if it will suit this one. Maybe I should use the black faceplate, or maybe white. I don't know. I have to check. But I'm curious how it looks. Anyway, maybe this is a good case to put it in. The only downside is that I already spray painted, and cutting holes after spray painting it is not the best way of doing it. Yeah, I know it shows red on the camera, but it's really pink. Maybe if I walk over to the camera, I can show you that it's not red, but it's pink. You can see it just a bit. Can you? You can see it's pink, but the camera it just makes it red. It's not red. It's pink. It's pink, man. Come on, show it pink. Oh, you can see it a bit now. It's really pink, but I must say it's a really painful pink for your eyes then, because it's fluorescent pink. So it's not a standard pink, but it's a nice pink isn't ugly, but that's one ugly pink. Okay, yeah, you're totally right. It's pink like my running dress. Oh my god. Oh yeah, yeah, Bakkerbutt pink. Yeah. I was there a week ago, Mark. I was at a bakery. You can compare it to Subway, for example. It's a really Dutch brand, Bakker Bart. But I had to choose between a hamburger or some sandwich from Bakker Bart, and I choose for a hamburger because the cheapest sandwich from Bakker Bart is 3 times as expensive compared to a hamburger. So so I took a small hamburger. Anyway, yeah, okay, that's a good idea. That's the last thing I will do today. Okay, look at the difference. Can you see the difference? I cannot see it myself. You can see the difference. I think you can see it. You can see that this case is a bit more pink than the box is. Can you? Now I'm getting hungry, but you know I shouldn't eat anymore because I already had dinner. Right. I'm not sure whether the camera is picking up this strange color, but when you look at it from several angles, you can see sometimes it looks orange, sometimes it looks red, and sometimes it looks a bit pink, but I'm not sure. Anyway, it looks a little less red, yeah, of course. I had a lot of fun tonight, guys. Or maybe there's a light here. It could be the cause as well, of course. I think the picture quality is great. We had lots of fun with all the new things here. I hope to have the the +3 PSUs, these ones, available in about a week. But I need to do so many other things. Which cable is it? Okay. Has anyone noticed the trash can there with its own logo nowadays? And of course the ABBA poster is in. I forgot to say that. And my question to you is, should I put a frame on the ABBA poster? Maybe a matte frame, matted glass to make it less shiny. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, that's really off topic, of course, but I really like ABBA, so that's why I wanted that poster. Of course. Okay. I'm going to talk about food now, guys. What are you doing? I'm going down to my kids and wife, and we have an easy evening. Thank you guys for watching. Let's try. Let's try then again with the intro because I still don't have a new commercial yet, so I have to make that when I find the time. But I think it's more important to get the pick and place machine running because people are waiting for so many things, and I need to increase my efficiency. So could be with one of those PSUs. They're +2. No, they're for +2A, +2B, and +3. So they're for all the +3 models that don't use 9 volts. So even with the tape deck or the +3 drive, it will have plenty of power for that, and will work just fine. But a couple of them are sent to people to test and to review, and after I got positive feedback from them, I just have to put it in the web shop, and I hope I can create a time to craft more of these because they're also a bit time consuming. Maybe I should, that's what I'm thinking of, maybe I should create a custom PCB for the parts that are in, because I'm doing some wiring inside the case now. But maybe a custom PCB would be easier and less time consuming, so we'll see. Alright. Yes, as long as your ZX Spectrum 2 or +2 or 2 +3 is black, then it will work. Except if you have, if someone fitted a grey +2 board into your black +2 case, which is possible, then it will not work. Thank you for your interest in the Harlequin kits and everything else. We'll contact Tim for the continuing story of the next board here and getting the ZX HD running. I'm really curious. And of course, SpectrumNet, yes, it will come. I've been promising that for I think 3 months now, but believe me, there are people waiting for longer than that for some things that I have from them in here. For example, this stock of ZX Spectrum series from one person. So I really need to sort it out really soon. People have been waiting for way too long. So that's my bad, but it's because of all the things that have changed last year. I was talking about it last week, so maybe you've heard. So I switched jobs, and I'm really happy doing this full time now. And I really wish everyone to do this full time, but of course, if you have a good job, then why would you? Well, one of the reasons is that this is the best job ever, with the best people like you, by the way, because I really love working with you guys. So good evening, let's finish with the intro, and we'll see you next week. Bye! I have some water. Don't be jealous. I know some of you spend a lot of time on Spectrum thingies. 2019, even paid. So just enjoy your life and make the best of it. Good evening, everybody.